Adrian Wells, what's up, Adrian? Adrian said, "What's good, everyone? How y'all doing tonight? Out of these MVP candidates, who would you start your team with? Embiid, Joker, DeMar, Ja, Steph, or KD?"
Let's get DeMar out of here on that list.
Why? Because Julius not there?
No, because niggas was not talking about DeMar DeRozan last year.
I
or
feel
the
you.
Motherfuckers
But
always
is he not an MVP candidate though?
He is, but he
Okay,
ain't winning shit. He ain't nowhere near close to winning MVP this year. I guarantee you
He's
that.
top 3.
He ain't nowhere near close. If you ain't top 2,
He ain't top 3.
then you ain't shit.
Okay, so top 4 because only Ja can be put ahead of him.
Yeah.
How many times we mentioned 4 motherfuckers when we talking about MVP?
No, I feel you.
No, we only talking about 2 niggas.
No,
we only talking about
it's
2 niggas.
It's a 2-man race.
It's a 2-man race, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
If you 3 or 4, it ain't you ain't shit.
Who are the 2? Embiid and who else?
Ja.
Joker. Embiid and Joker.
I think it's Embiid and Ja.
That's why I'm saying this shit.
Ja got Memphis at a higher seed.
Y'all need to stop disrespecting Ja.
No. I'm not disrespecting Ja at all. He's making a run
Joker's
for it
what,
now.
6 seed?
But Joker's
yeah, but he got two
Joker's
guys
have
here.
one of the best seasons of all time.
He has.
So
What that mean?
So
If
so
I'm
you don't
starting my
reward
team-
you don't reward consistency now?
no.
The last time we did,
Not when you losing like that. You losing like when he's
Like
in the
what?
playoffs in the West.
he's a 6 seed.
Thank you.
By himself.
So that we've seen guys do that before.
Ja is a 3 seed by himself.
No,
Thank you.
No, Jerry.
Joel Embiid was
God damn, Ja, get the fuck out of here,
Finally
bro.
healthy.
He was in
Finally
bro.
I love-
Fuck
hey,
out
I
of here.
love
Don't mention
Ja.
that nigga to me, bro.
I love Ja. And I love
Don't
Ja.
mention him to me and
If
talk
I'm
about some.
starting-
He with somebody.
What are you gonna say, Q?
Finally healthy.
To answer the question, if I'm starting a team, the only reason I will pick Ja is because he's probably the youngest guy on that team, on that list. But if I'm talking about who I would start my team with, just regardless of age, it would still be Joel Embiid because he affects the game on both ends of the floor, and his plus minus in every basically advanced stat, it points out that Joel Embiid is the most valuable player. If we don't have Joel Embiid, we're not even in the position to trade for James Harden. I feel like Jokic, people say he's by himself, but in my opinion, he has a much better roster than what the Sixers had to start the year. Tobias Harris is your third best option. See, that's crazy to FIFA, but I don't think he watches the Sixers, really, because Tyrese Maxey, Seth Curry, and Andre Drummond were the best players on that team. And you telling me that you take away Joel Embiid, that team is even sniffing the playoffs? Nah, bro, it's Joel Embiid.
Biased. Go ahead, FIFO.
So you're saying that Denver team minus Murray, what's his first name? Goddamn, Jamal Murray, MPJ. They traded Bobo, the best player out of all of them.
and according to you,
Hey, stay on your stick with your
according to you,
gun.
they
Stick with your gun.
trade a Hall of Famer away,
telling you.
kid, for peanuts.
They call me crazy.
Who the hell is on that team? Outside of Will Barton, can you name me another player?
There's
Aaron Gordon.
Is Austin Rivers on that team?
Aaron Gordon's on that team.
Come on.
Austin
That
Rivers is on
team,
that
the
team?
others are not better than the Phillies others. Pre or post trade. They're just not.
when do we start giving out, besides Russ, when do we start giving out MVPs to 7 to 8 seeds and 6 seeds?
It's happened before.
But not often has it.
No, not often. And I'm not saying that Joker should be the favorite.
But y'all got him second.
I say he's top 2 because he's been the most consistent outside of Joel.
He said I say top 2, like that's not second.
I mean,
You like, yeah, disagree with the nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, for a second,
I was like, bro, that's not second. I heard your first, so that must mean he's second.
Hey, I'm in sales now, okay? I'm in sales. I can say the same thing and throw you up.
All I'm saying is, bro, we know Joel ain't, bro. I mean, Joker ain't second, bro. It's between
gotta be
Embiid
Ja,
and Ja.
It's between Joker and Ja
not-
for that second.
But see, we're not talking about what we feel. Like what I mean by that is we're not talking about what we're saying. I'm thinking on as how the league would be thinking about this.
I think the
What
league.
are you saying, Shelf?
That's what
Yeah, I don't know
league-
what he's saying.
Huh?
What I'm saying is the top 3 this year, in no particular order: Ja, Joker, and Joel.
Well,
The
that's what
3
I'm
Js.
saying. You saying so
And you can put DeMar there too.
You saying if there was a vote today that Ja would be ahead of Joker in the
It's-
league's eyes?
No,
It's
this is
possible.
this is his list.
Oh.
What's your list?
My list would be it would still be Joker.
See?
Joel
Joker?
Embiid.
Wait, hold on, Nick.
Terry Rozier.
First of all, you talking about, I'm just saying what the league said.
No.
What
I
people
was
said.
saying no.
And now you're going to say the same thing.
I said I thought that too. But I said, what do you think the league would be saying?
What are you saying? Who's number one?
I said Joker.
Joker's. You think Joker's gonna win?
and Ja
You have the Joker as the favorite
today, but it's shifting. It's like you said.
What was it
it's
yesterday?
still open. Like you
What was
said,
it
like you
yesterday?
said, it's still open.
What was it yesterday?
Yesterday was Ja.
It was
I
Ja.
mean, no. Yesterday was Joker.
He said yesterday was Ja.
Joker.
Your list ain't shit, bro.
My list
Your
is
carousel
LaMelo.
ass list.
My list has stayed the same.
We didn't answer the question. The question is, out of those
LaMelo, Terry
MVP
Rozier.
candidates,
Oh,
who would we start a team with?
Ja.
No.
You can't go wrong with one of them. I'm going to take Joker only because he's more healthy than Embiid, and I'd rather have a body.
Point guards get the money, bro.
I'm not starting my team. I'm not starting my team with a white guy. So give me Embiid.
Point guards get the money, bro.
Yeah, the white lives do not.
Joker
if-
nice, but give me Embiid, bro.
Yeah, all things considered, I still would start with KD.
You can't win. You can't go
Was
that
KD
far
on
without
the
a point
list?
guard.
Yeah, KD is on the list.
No, he's not. He
KD,
said
KD,
MVP.
KD ain't had a
KD's
healthy
on the
season
list though.
Of
in 3
MVP,
years.
like for this year?
He just made his
Yeah.
own list. I think he
Yeah.
took a couple MVPs and put KD.
Yeah,
on.
he
Okay.
said. Yeah,
Yeah, if KD's on the list, I'll probably take KD over all of them.
yeah.
I'll still go Embiid.
I'm going Ja.
You notice how Joel Embiid can get hurt at the same rate as KD, but it's only Joel Embiid be hurt all the time. All these motherfuckers be hurt. Ja be hurt
Watch a Joker.
every game. Besides Jokic, every player who's been in contention has been hurt. You know what I mean?
KD been out the second round though.
Bro, KD been hurt the last 3 years, and we acting like that injury is not hindering him because the Nets roster is not, conducive to him being able to take off games and shit. They need him. Kyrie part-time and whatnot. So if he was still playing, he wasn't hurt. Yeah, but dude been out for a month and a half now. So it's
Who you
hard
think
for
is better right now, KD or Joel Embiid?
Who's more dominant? I think.
I'm just saying
Joel's
who's
dominant.
better, healthy, when healthy.
When healthy is still KD.
That's splitting hairs, though.
Well, I guess I don't know.
That's splitting hair because we know what KD does: pull up, dribble, whatever. But what Embiid, it's hard for me to say that Embiid could do more offensively, but I think he could do more offensively. It's hard for me to say.
It wasn't hard, nigga. You said it. You said it twice, if anything.
You know what I'm
nigga.
saying? But with Embiid, he can hit he can do the things that KD can't do. But he can do the things that
KD can do the
can't do.
things Embiid can't.
I guess the
Like
the,
what?
the deciding factor would be the fact
Win a
that
title, get out of the second round.
you know why why Embiid would take this, because he plays defense.
KD play
Yeah,
defense.
KD
Not
play defense
not
too.
as well
But
as
not
Embiid.
the
Yeah, it's not as well, but I mean he plays defense.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's your deciding factor.
So
No, but Embiid can't score like KD.
shit, yes.
No, he can't. No, he can't. Don't even. Yeah, about to say sit back because he can't.
I don't know, Nick. They score in different ways, but
Yep.
Kate, man.
I think
when
that-
Kate,
Being a big man, you know what? the
y'all
difference
forgot.
is?
Y'all
No,
disrespect
Nick,
KD,
we're not being disrespectful. Shaq says it all the time. When you're a big man, you're dependent on the guard to get you the ball, right? And Embiid can go get his own, but the game don't flow that way for an Embiid team. Where KD, it's like he can take 6-7 straight possessions and get the rebound and push and shoot, and nobody gonna say nothing, right? Like the game will flow that way. The game can't flow that way with Joel.
So he's more versatile then.
No, because what
His
what
position
KD
wise.
can
How
do,
you gonna say all
Embiid
that?
can
You
do.
gonna say no?
Because he's not more versatile. He's just. That's why I say it's difficult for me to say, but I'm gonna take Joel in that comparison, because, in my opinion, Joel can do almost or damn near everything KD can do. Maybe not at the same level, but the things that Joel can do, KD cannot do.
Maybe not at the same level.
No, cannot do.
What does Joel do that's much more better than KD?
Block shots?
Okay.
Like, it's not even close.
Okay.
In my opinion, on-ball defense.
Yeah, low key.
KD is not a great on-ball defender. Joel Embiid is a great on-ball defender no matter what position.
What'd you say, Q?
I said no, low key. FIFA right. I think, bro. I think that KD. I think that Joel is KD in a center's body. Personally, I think if that makes sense. I think that KD is Joel in a wing's body. If that makes sense. Because KD is a good rim protector, you know what I mean? Like he's not just as good as Joel, but he affects the game in a way that is underrated from a rim protection standpoint. I think that he's an underrated on-ball defender, but he's not as good as Joel. And he's low key an underrated passer, but they don't ask him to do that. Joel Embiid is starting to add that passing into his game now. He's obviously not Jokic. Jokic is a whole alien with his passing and just his feel for the game. But they're each other in each other's position. You know what I mean? Where they're so dominant at what they do that they break games open with doing what they do. And that's the difference between them and other players. Is I feel like other players obviously they have to work for their buckets just as like other players do, but the way that they work for their buckets is demoralizing. Where it's like, bro, I don't even know what I can do. Like his shot is 11 feet in the air. I don't know what to do with that. Joel Embiid, he's just putting me in the basket every time. I don't know what to do with that. Versus Steph, where it's like, okay, well, I can try to put a hand up, and if you make it, he make it. But you don't feel like, damn, bro, I can't do nothing against this. You just gotta lock him or try to lock. Kyrie, you can try to put body on him, so it feels like, damn, I'm working him, and he's just making it. But when a dude is physically moving you, or a dude is just like, I don't even see you, it's like, what the fuck do I do with that, dog? Like, you know?
Hey, which one of y'all said Ja?
In terms of,
I did.
You
as far
did.
as built the team, yeah.
You don't have any reservations about starting with a guard?
No, I love starting with point guards. I think that's why I said point guards get the money. I think you can't really have much success, at least in the last 10 years in the NBA, without a elite point guard.
That's why you like Steph?
I think Steph is a great player.
That's why, like Derrick Rose.
Steph, when it's all said and done, might be on the Mount Rushmore of the NBA.
Damn.
Potentially, I'm not saying he is. No, potentially,
That's a good question.
He's gonna break a lot. He already has a lot of
That's a
records
good video.
now. You know what I'm saying? So as much as I love guards, the only reason why I wouldn't start with Ja in the context of the question is because I always say little men cannot influence the game physically. So in the context of this,
Jacob Jacob got something to say about that.
But with
Got
that
the
being
portal.
said, you know, if I'm starting with Ja, I know I need a big, you know, that's as good, or you know, just slightly not as good. You know what I'm saying? Like a DeAndre Ayton would be perfect. You know what I'm saying? But if I start with Joker, my guard situation doesn't have to be elite. They just got to be able to hit shots because Joker can make the passes.
How
then
well does that work for Joker so far?
it's worked immensely well. This man's been in the playoffs ever since he's been with Denver.
Has he been to a finals?
Huh? He been to Western Conference. Has Ja been anywhere? He hasn't been further than the Joker. So until
Joker's been longer in the league.
but until Ja, by your logic, until Ja goes further than Joker, don't talk to me
Ja's
about
going
Ja
further
over
than Joker right now. He's third seed in the West. Joker's 6th.
We talking about playoffs, Nick.
Okay, so we'll see this year.
And Joker has finished number 1. Joker is also a former MVP. So until Ja hits those things, bro, don't
I'm just talking about.
Ja
I'm talking
over
about the
Joker.
playoffs. I ain't talking about
Backed
the
into an
awards.
MVP.
All I'm saying is, by Nick's logic,
So
until Ja does what Joker does, don't holler at me about
that's not
Ja.
about my logic.
That is your
Let me
logic.
ask you this question: who's gonna get further in the playoffs, Memphis or Denver this season?
It depends if Denver gets MPJ.
Just asking you straight up, gun to your head.
It depends. It depends.
It's got to depend on Nick because if
No,
you got
I'm just. I said gun to your head. I got the Memphis. If you want to ask me, Memphis.
That's cool.
It ain't that hard to answer a question. That's what I'm just asking.
No, it is
Denver.
hard because 2 of their 3 best players
Jamal
are
Murray's-
potentially coming back.
Jamal Murray
That's a big difference.
But you
Michael
got an MVP,
Okay, but it's one guy.
and we got one guy in Memphis.
Nah, there's more than one guy in Memphis.
Who else is in Memphis? I'm asking you. Who else?
I already answered that.
What was his name?
You know,
Ja
his name.
has
Is he always hurt too?
But he's
Just
not
like
this
Jamal
year.
Murray?
But he's not this
Let me-
year. He's playing right now.
Let me say this, since we're doing the MVP convo, to break it down really quick. I think DeMar is having a fantastic season, but I think he's the lowest on that list because I believe if you take DeMar off the Bulls, they're still in playoff contention. And I think
But they're not a top 2 seed though. They're not a top 2 seed without
they're not a
DeMar.
top 2 seed.
They like
They're not
6,
top-
7, 8, 9.
They're not a top 2 seed, but they're still in contention. You take Jokic.
No,
you take
they're not in
Embiid,
contention. Contention of what? Of not making the playoffs.
No, they are in contention to make the playoffs. They have Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball. They're in contention to make the playoffs. Like, let's not do that.
Zach
Jokic-
LaVine's been hurt.
But I'm saying, if everything was starting out the way it was, we knew MPJ and them were gonna be out before the season. So we're talking about the rosters as they were. You take DeMar off the Bulls, they're probably still in contention. You take
Of
Ja
what? In contention of what?
to make the playoffs, 1 through 8 to make the play-in. They're still in contention to make the playoffs. Take Embiid, Jokic, and take Ja off their teams. Those teams might not even sniff the 10th seed. They were talking about the Sixers won't even make the. Can they even make the playoffs? Joel Embiid kept them in contention. They've been the number 1 seed at times. They've been the number 2 seed, 3 seed. And for them to even be in position to get James Harden is a testament to how he's carried that team on both ends. Tyrese Maxey is a second-year guy. No one thought that he was going to be this good in the second year. Tobias Harris has been trash most of the year, and Joel Embiid has kept them in top 5. You have Jokic, who's kept them in playoff contention. Some of the most generational passing that we've seen. He's bought the best out of every single person on that roster. But take him off that team, they take the engine out the car. They can't even move. Ja doesn't really have a second guy yet. You have guys like Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson, who's still trying to figure out what he is in this league. Take Ja off that team, they take their engine out the car. So that's why I have to put those 3 on the top 3, because without them, we're probably not even having this conversation. But I do believe DeMar deserves to be there, though. But
Mr. T is correct, though. When Ja was out, Memphis was winning those games.
Yeah, they finally said it, y'all. They finally, because everybody been putting in the chat that they winning games without Ja. We know that.
But here's the thing, though, to even recast all that, but to respond to that point, there's a difference between knowing you're going to get Tom Brady back in 2 games than to be Tom Brady's not here anymore. You feel me? Where obviously that might be even better now because they went 10-6. But you feel me? Like there's a difference between knowing that like your number 1 guy is coming back soon because the morale is still up. So you're gonna play hard. You're gonna give your all. Blah blah blah. Guys have been around the shooting coach and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? They're making sure that everyone is staying up. Hey, Jock coming back. He coming back. Hey, we're gonna win these next 2 games and we're gonna get our guy back. Batman's coming. So it's like to me it's a different type of psychology to know when your guy is out completely versus when your guy is coming back. Because then your coach can keep the troops together, role players will step up. And coaching just has to pull through, you know?
But you really can't you really can't sniff at 12-2 though. 12-2 is pretty
no,
impressive.
It's elite. It's elite.
Which I still say, and I've said it several times, you can be the engine that gets everybody else going. Like you said, when you know he's coming back, you got confidence. Hold it down while I'm out. Y'all know what we can do. Let's do this. That works. Let me ask you something else real quick, Q. Do you think that adding James Harden will hurt Embiid's MVP case because he's going to take away some of that scoring and some of those assists? Or you think it will help it?
It could. I could see him definitely falling out and it becoming like a Ja and Jokic race. But so far with James Harden, he's averaged 35 points over these 2 games, and 82% of the field goals that he's gotten in last game against the Knicks was from James Harden. So I think that perhaps James Harden could even help. It's really just a matter of what type of energy does he have to exert, and is he still affecting the game on defense enough to where it's like, okay, if they didn't have him, James Harden ain't carrying that load on defense. So I think it's still Embiid's race to lose, but I wouldn't be surprised or mad if he doesn't get it. You know what I mean?
To me, I don't think it hurts them only because they played more than half of the season without James Harden, right? Because people don't really realize that the All-Star break is not the midway point; it's more like the 3/4 point, and they've already played 3/4 of the season, and they've been a top 2 seed without Ben Simmons. They've been without Ben Simmons than more with James Harden, even going into the playoffs. So to me, it doesn't hurt them because it only hurts them if they fall. They go to 3, 4, 5, it hurts Joel Embiid. They stay where they at. How can it hurt Joel Embiid?
But I'm looking at him though personally because you're looking at his numbers now, especially with Ja making the push that he's making, Joker getting more highlights and more TV time. That can hurt because you got to share. Like James Harden, say a couple of these games, James Harden scores more. Say, you know,
see, the reason why I'm not worried about, and this is why to me it's a perfect complement of the 2, is that James Harden's scoring doesn't affect Embiid's scoring. It's a complementary score. And in all honesty, what James Harden is going to do is get Embiid easier shots. We've seen it in a couple of Joel has not been this open, especially not in the pick and roll situation. His field goal percentage is going to increase. His efficiency is going to increase. And I'm not saying he's going to average more, but I don't think he's going to average less either. Again, I think James Harden is just the perfect complement, and it's not going to hurt Joel's numbers.
Hey, let me tell you, Q, I don't know if you saw this. I saw a highlight. I meant to send it to you the other day. But Danny Green let a dude drive in the lane past him, James Harden went off on him like he was going off. I'm like, dang, you just got there, bro. You chunked him off like that. So when they was inbounding the ball, Danny Green, James Harden was standing in front of Danny Green. Danny Green looked him off and inbounds the ball over hit the max. And he was like, "What's up, bro?" Like I'm like, dang, they tripping already. But that lets me know he's in the lineup now. So
Well, here's the thing. All I'm gonna say is James Harden need to keep that same energy because we know if anybody's gonna Olay somebody, it's gonna be James Harden. So hey, if
the
they
one.
get on you, don't feel no type of way.
He the one.